What is the best standard zoom lens for Sony full-frame cameras in 2023? These days there are quite a lot of options in the standard zoom range category. I think to properly answer this question we'll have to go back in time to 2018 when I got my first ever E-mount standard zoom lens, the Tamron 2875 2.8. At the time it had competition from the Zeiss 24-70mm f4, Sony G Master Mark 1 24mm to 70mm 2.8, and the Sony G Master 24mm to 105mm f4. So at that time I ruled out the f4 lenses and concentrated my comparison on the G Master 24-70 2.8 and the Tamron 28-75mm 2.8. With image quality and autofocus capability virtually the same, I sided with the Tamron as it was 2.5 times cheaper and significantly lighter. And for someone like myself who's on a gimbal for long periods of the day, this was a big factor. Other than it being a 28mm instead of a 24mm, I was very happy with my purchase. Fast forward to December 2019 and a new exciting lens was announced in the category, which was the Sigma 24-70mm 2.8. Spec-wise, this had everything I would want. Affordable price, good build quality, 24mm constant 2.8 all the way through, and I was seriously considering buying it. However, that weight and size again was just too much. Moving on to March 2021 and the Sigma 28-70 2.8 was released. This lens was slightly lighter than the Tamron lens, which was cool, but with it still being a 28mm and also 5mm shorter on the telephoto end, it didn't really merit the switch from the Tamron 28-75. And later that year, in November 2021, another well-known third-party lens company entered the standard zoom market with the Samyang 24-70mm 2.8. Again, this looked like it could be a breath of fresh air with its price and being 24mm on the wide end, but that weight, still just way too heavy. So at that point in time, I'm still sticking with my Tamron. In June 2022, the Sony G Master Mark II 24-70mm 2.8 was announced, and finally we have a real contender that ticks all the boxes. Well, except the price. With it being a Sony G Master lens, it's on the expensive end, but I do now believe that the extra price would be worth the upgrade. With a decrease in weight plus 24mm on the wide end, I do think that my 5-year relationship with my Tamron 28-75mm may be coming to an end to be replaced by this worthy upgrade. However, the fact that it's taken 5 years since the release of the Tamron 28-75mm 2.8 for a standard zoom lens to come out that is truly made for run and gun, travel filmmaking type videographers like myself is very surprising. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on this subject. Let me know if you agree, disagree. I'd love to have the discussion down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.